come and sit on my right-hand side so that you can see the proceedings. Okay, and then that everyone has got good eyesight of everyone what's going on here. Okay, fantastic. All right, my name is Zandile Zazandile Wana, the African Queen. Magajeni Kaya Eswelumisi, Oboy Benyati, Umafloza, Estabos Kablamayez City was. Welcome to the Bagatelle right here at the Mikos Hotel. It is a very special morning today, and I'm so happy to see all of you here today. Please allow me just to start by saying a warm welcome to all our journalists that are here present, members of AJAS, that's the Arts Journalists Association of Zimbabwe, that are here present, our prospective members who are here. If you know you're an arts journalist, that's why we're asking for your details. Please make sure you do get in touch with us. We want to know and disseminate information of what's going on in the industry, especially when it comes to regards to our beautiful musicians that we are promoting in our beautiful country. All right, we also want to welcome in a very special way our musicians who are here to support and endorse what is going on. I do see my big brother is here. Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you so much, Papa, for being here present. We also want to thank all our promoters that are also here to support TeeMark Promotions, who will be introducing to you in a little bit. We also want to thank in a special way anyone and everyone who is involved in the music industry that is here present, our corporate sponsors and partners that are here as well. We want to thank you in a very special way. All right, now, today is a very special day, as I did mention before. We are here for the press conference and contract signing of TeeMark Promotions and Enzo Ishall. Very special indeed when I say this for us as the music industry in Zimbabwe. Many times we see the various facets of a musician's growth and the promotions company's growth in this industry. When we start out, it's usually identification of raw talent. From raw talent, we get to release that first song. From releasing that first song, we then start touring with more seasoned artists and we get known in the industry. And sometimes we do strike gold and we actually make that hit song that becomes the anthem of a country. We make more hit songs and we become more popular and more famous within our fan bases when we grow that fan base. Sometimes the industry and have had a lot more information and experience when it comes to running the musical industry, and we learn and grow from that. Sometimes we face challenge and we reassess ourselves and say, right, how best do I move on? And today we are at that stage. We have known Enzo Ishall. I think I first met Enzo a few years ago, and I don't know if he remembers this, but I will remind him today. I have a TV show that's called Top Down on NBC TV. He was not famous then, and I remember he was wearing a very dusty T-shirt. But that was, and I remember he was the main of all the artists who were interviewing. We're doing a show on drug abuse, and he was the main guy. I didn't know who he was. He didn't have a hit song then. No one knew who he was, but he had a lot to say. And I kept saying, I didn't know one song by this guy, but I just loved his energy. He had so much to say, and I loved that about him. Exactly 1 year later, he broke out and had a hit song. And I'm like, wait a minute, I remember that guy. I interviewed that guy before anyone knew who he was. And it is exciting to see him looking all clad, all dressed up like this. No matter when you see that picture, I wish I had it. When we talk about growth, this is what we're talking about. We are seeing, the metamorphosis of this musician's career today. And then you get to hear about young Zimbabweans who have had the opportunity to go outside the country for education purposes, who get to learn about the various phases of business, who get to understand what it is to be a young entrepreneur, running big financial companies, running big portfolios for companies. And then you think, wait a minute, but we also love and want to invest back home. And this is the story of TeeMark Promotions. Today you're going to be introduced to this amazing, wonderful young man who is going to tell you his story and how a friendship that you would have never suspected grew from nowhere to number one. People of the same age coming together and saying, let us try something different. Let us challenge the norms of the normal industry that we have and see what we can do to brighten up our music industry here in Zimbabwe. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce to you from TeeMark Promotions, the man himself, TeeMark. TeeMark, would you like to say hello to everyone? Please let's give him a round of applause as he comes through to just give us his remarks and tell us a little bit more about who he is.
Good day, everyone. Good to see everyone here. So my name is TeeMark, and I'm a 23-year-old businessman based in Malaysia. I've been there for the past 10 years, which is where I did my high school, secondary school, and university until I started my own businesses. So today is a very special day. I do not really want to concentrate on what I have done, who I am. I think with time, everybody will know the reason why much isn't out there about me is because I restricted that information. But I want to concentrate on Enzo Ishall, the artist, because many people are surprised with the fact that, okay, Enzo is now under a new management. What is happening? Who is this guy that is signing Enzo? So just a quick background about me in relation to my musical background. I've been doing music since I was 15 as an artist, so that's about 7 years. I didn't pursue it to a great extent because I was mainly focused on businesses, which is the reason why I can stand in front of you today. But I've done shows as a promoter, and many of these shows, it's with some of the most prominent artists. The only difference is that I was doing these shows in the background using other people as the front, mainly because I wanted to concentrate on the business side and making sure that my financial capacity is in the place that it deserves to be. So we have done shows, me and my business partner who's based in Cyprus, his name is Styles under Styles Entertainment. We have done shows with Killer T, we've done shows with Enzo, we've done shows with Stana, we have done shows with Nasty C, Boity, all those names. If you ever heard of that, that's me in the background. But we finally just decided to come out and start a greater movement. So how I met Enzo was actually last year. It was one of his first international tours, which was in Cyprus last year in February. And me and Enzo connected because I flew down to help him with the processes of his papers. And we basically connected on our way there to Cyprus, and I was staying there. And it is then when we realized that, I realized that Enzo has a strong desire to be an international act, a household name that eventually helps Zimbabwe to be one of those countries with an amazing act. And he came to me with his concern, this is last year, and he told me how much he wanted to go beyond, but somehow there were so many limitations. And it is since last year we have been planning what you're witnessing now. Unfortunately, we couldn't commence earlier for many other reasons that are known to you or not known to you, but that is in the past. We understand that circumstances do occur once in a while. So since then, we basically tried to work on something big. And there were many hindrances, as I've mentioned, but finally we're here today, and I can tell you that we are moving forward. And one thing that people need to understand is, because I'm based in Malaysia, actually I'm based in a few countries. I prefer to say I'm based global because I'm always on the move. But people need to understand that TeeMark Promotions, as the new management of Enzo Ishall, it's not your typical management that you're used to in our beautiful nation of Zimbabwe, but rather it is a company that has allocated different experts from different industries to help build the brand of Enzo. What I mean is we have people that are responsible for his international bookings, We have another person responsible for his local bookings. We have a team for his social media. We have a team that handles everything. So we have almost 10 people that are working with Enzo to rebuild him. This is what this management is about. It is not me directly doing ABCD for him because people were concerned, but it's more of a bigger vision. And this vision is not even just about Enzo himself. It's only that Enzo is a friend of mine, but we have other artists from different parts of the world, from Malaysia, from Nigeria, from Cyprus, from Zambia, even South Africa, all these other countries. We have other artists that we are empowering because what we are about is basically helping the artist who has that raw talent to eventually rise to the top and be the artist they deserve to be. So people need to understand that. It is very important and very critical for people to understand what this is about. And some of the things you will see in the near future, just to put that in line as well. There's a lot of developments, including different partnerships with different brands. That's for Enzo Ishall. We have different collaborations in different countries like Tanzania. These are actually being waited for right now in Tanzania by some of the best music producers that are willing to work with him, and we've already arranged all of that. And you'll see a lot. You'll see all the work with time. I think I don't want to delve a lot into that, but I just want to assure you that we are here to dominate, and this is bigger than all of us, and this is bigger than anything you guys have ever witnessed before. And you can mark my words, and with time, you'll see the results. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Leah. That's TeeMark from TeeMark Promotions. At this juncture, please allow me to ask to give us a few words of his remarks. The man himself, the man of the moment, the man who's been giving us some great music over the past few years, the superstar himself, Enzo Ishall. Let's give him a round of applause as he makes his remarks.
Ndokutenda imisi auya ndokutenda isizi nemkhana mandiba. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kuza Naimamari, known in the music circles as Enzo Ishall, the stallion. Yeah, I rose to fame in early 2018 without the Chillspot Lagos function na libi ndoba kumana vakandibasira kundizika. Zuva ranhasi zuva rakakosha. Izuva randiri kusaina nemukumanano TeeMark under TeeMark Promotions. Enzo Ishall muchimuziva mwana anga ari mwana wekuChillspot ende anga achiimba danso, asi ndine shuviro yekuti inini ndikwanise kucross international boundaries. There is need for us artists to be also known globally. Wakaramba uri local, there is a limitation. So TeeMark here, we met in early 2019 pashow yangu yokuCyprus. Kubva ipapo tandiri shamwari chimudzo zvinhu zvinenge zviri mumwoyo mangu. I never thought kuti zvinhu zvinokwanisa kuitika, because to be known out there you need to be financially strong. You need a financial muscle. Noita kuti zvinhu zviitike, munongozivawo mafambiro azvinoita. So ndakara ndichingomudza kuti amu wangu unoona nini kana zvichikwanisa kuti zviitike makolabo ndichimada kuitawo mashows, kwete kuimbira vanonzwa shona chete, but vekunzewo vachifarira zvandinenge zvinenge zviripo. So kubva ipapo ainotiti ndichaona zvandichaita sei zvandichakwanisa kuitira, ndichaona zvandokwanisa kuitira. And then this year TeeMark akati zvindizvo Enzo ndinoda kuti ndiuye ikoko tizotaura. So paakauya ndopatakwanisa kugara pasi tawirirana kuti mwangu aita sei ngatishande tichienda mumberi. Nhasi taungana panapa nhasi kuti tiwitnesse kubvumirana kwedu, tichazi tichishanda sei, what are the plans, and also tichida kunzwa zvamunoshuvira nemibvunzo yamunenge muinayo nhasi. Thank you so much for coming.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please let's give a round of applause to Enzo Ishall. Great. Thank you so much, Ms. Darling, for that lovely insight. Ladies and gentlemen, and now we will be witnessing the signing ceremony. Just going to remove these first. Maybe Madani, do you want to help me remove these? All right. Just do this a little bit. All right, so we just want to remove the flowers over here, and then so that our media houses can get great access to the pictures, and we will be witnessing the actual signing of the contract that we're making history today. All right, my DJ, if you can kindly play some music as we are witnessing this beautiful. Oh, presentation was that good. Oh my goodness, wow, fantastic. Elda Tandazo from Sunday Mail, let's give you that opportunity.
Good morning. I'm Tandazo from the Sunday Mail. I'd like to talk more about, I would like you to give us more details about what's in the contract. How long are you going, is guys going to be together? Is there some financial benefit to all this? What does it mean, this signing thing? We know that when Marvelous Takamba went to Aston Villa, you were in there for a lot of millions. So what's really happening? What's in this contract?
Okay, 1, 2. All right. So what the contract entails is very simple. The deal is mainly in his favor because obviously what we are working on is empowering artists. The length of the contract is 3 years. That is what is outlined in the contract. And the financial benefits that he is getting upfront is 5 figures in USD. We prefer not to mention it. We do not want to speculate numbers everywhere, but it's 5 figures in USD that he is he already got at the inception of the contract when we were with our lawyers. And most of the other benefits that he's getting, he has his monthly allowances well taken care of. His personal life is already financed with a very decent monthly allowance, with room for more if there are unforeseen circumstances. And it's a whole of good stuff as well. So that's really some of the points that we prefer to mention. And on the musical side, what he will be benefiting is mainly we will be having videos done for him. All the recording is done for him. We are arranging tours for him in Zimbabwe and out of Zimbabwe. We are also in the process of collaborating with other entities in the music industry, depending on what sector it is. So I'm very happy that me and him, we could come to a conclusion to formulate a deal that potentially has never been seen before. In fact, our lawyer, at the signing that we had earlier on, he mentioned that I've seen a lot of deals and this is one of the best deals that I've seen an artist get. And the beauty of it is a lot of the stuff that he's supposed to be getting, he already got it from the time we started working. And this is a very positive sign to show that we are here to fulfill and honor the things that we say we will do, and with time, you will see the results. Thank you.
Just as a follow-up, what's in it for you, for TeeMark?
What's in it for me is, you see, if you have a brief background about me, I own a hedge fund. It's a multi-million-dollar hedge fund that is based in Malaysia. So my main goal is really not money, because if I want money, I know where to get money. I work in the financial markets that have a daily volume of almost $7 trillion. You can read that on the internet itself. So I'm not here for that aspect, but what I want to do is I want to build a brand that empowers the youth. Not only the music sector, it's in a whole lot of other things that I'm involved in with time that you will know, but in the music sector specifically, I want to captivate the young talents that we have in Zimbabwe and put them on the world stage, and more than that, help the country to be known for having great musicians as well. And that's what this is about. This is about empowering raw talent that we have in Zimbabwe and taking it to the next level.
Nigel Funde from the Zim Morning Post, right in the back. Okay, the microphone is coming to you, Don.
Congratulations, Enzo, Ishall, for this deal. My question is directed to TeeMark. There was rumor on the street that you're going to repay Java Records the money that Enzo allegedly owes them. Can you please clear the air on that?
Well, first of all, my preference is not to really delve into what happened in the past. I think that if there is a necessity for what needs to be done, we have the financial capacity to do whatever is necessary. So if it is necessary, and if it is the rightful thing to be done, then expect it to be done. But if it is not the rightful thing to be done, and if it is something that people are just trying to benefit because they know the capacity we have, then unfortunately they will not see the light of the day. So we will leave that to the necessary bodies to determine whether that is necessary. And if it is, then it will be done.
Thank you so much, Nigel. We'll go to Munashe. Just a screen chat. Hold on, Munashe. Is the microphone coming to you? It is on my extreme left.
Congrats for Enzo. To TeeMark, is it true that in the corridors of music they say that you're looking for fame by managing Enzo Ishall?
Thank you for your beautiful question. If I wanted fame with the financial capacity I have, I could potentially just stay in Malaysia and never come here, because I have a beautiful life there with so many beautiful things that I can potentially do there. I could get famous there. It would be a better place to get famous because I can get paid for it.
Thank you so much. All right, let's go to DJ Bali right at the back. DJ Bali, just wave so that our microphone gets to you. Thank you, darling.
Bali from Star FM. What I wanted to ask is that, there's a lot of name dropping in Zim dancehall and other genres, like pick up Boss Ningi, because Boss Ningi are going to 50. Videos. So what I wanted to ask is, in your contract, is Enzo Ishall going to be allowed to do that? Like, I think that's how the whole Passion Java thing started. So is there room for that, or there won't be anything like that being allowed in the contract?
Enzo has almost 100% creative direction for all his songs. The only thing that could potentially stop that from happening is if it is not viable for the business side of things. But Enzo, I gave him full authority over his music to determine what he wants to give the people. But as long as that is not going to affect the Enzo Ishall brand, the TeeMark Promotions brand, and the other brands that we work with, then it is well, he's free to do what he wants. The music is his, he's the artist.
Thank you so much, DJ Bale. And we have right here at the front, Lucky from Bus.TV. TV. Please come to your right on it. Thank you.
First question, Enzo. I still going to put levels in the fund that did you invite them to come to this event to TeeMark? Moves only the international platform. My uncle said before going to start na Enzo, Musaba, until starting to with a car and just an experiment.
Thank you. Levels, you need to tell in national technical time. You will see that the one speak a manual. One combination about to Mexena and what one of what is the first question? Okay, Namkoma na Chillspot, Shangi Chandatis. Even album round whenever people that includes also Oskid, Moka, Mama local producer, and one session. Kusena na TeeMark as real which Tattoo Gandanako, but this is a business move. This is a business move, you know, just once again to watch. It's a mission. Thank you.
In relation to the question you were asking me earlier on, I'll just give you a very simple example so you can comprehend what I'm about to say. I already mentioned this earlier on, that TeeMark Promotions is engaging the necessary departments and the necessary companies and anybody who has the capacity to do what we want done. What that means is we have people that have grown multiple artists in an agreement with us to help us to accomplish what we want. And what we would do is to provide them the guidance, the finance they need, and everything else to make sure that it's done. So it is not an experiment, because basically what I'm doing is it's an investment. And I invest every single day, Monday to Friday, in the markets and in many other businesses. So it's absolutely nothing new. Thank you.
You've done this before.
Have I?
On international platform.
Absolutely. I have worked with Nasty C, I have worked with Boyti, I've worked with so many other names in Nigeria, Techno, we've worked with Duncan Mighty. We have brought them out from their countries. We've done shows with them, we have branded them, we've promoted them. So obviously, this is also nothing new.
Thank you so much, Lucky. Right to my extreme right, I think there's a gentleman. It's really simple.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Enzo and TeeMark Promotions. My question is, as we know, a number of artists in Zimbabwe, they would love to collaborate with him. Is there room for them to do collaborations? And then, what does it take for one to collaborate with Enzo?
I'll let him answer that. As I mentioned earlier on, Enzo has almost 100% creative direction for his music, so I think that question is better for him to answer.
To me, a collab is necessary if it's beneficial to both parties. That is, kana mumwe wangu atakuimba nini achigona kuimba, because and achigona kuimba and kind of potential, then tunapaswa ta collab. And also kana gara industry same level, I need power sharing, then it's fine. But it's not depend on nguva pane pamboti nema projects anendi nawo anendichiita asingade kuzovhiringidzwa nekubuditsa imwe song pakati, then pakadaro tichiconsider mafactors anenge ari panguva iyoyo kuti zvinoitika kana kuti hazviiti. Thank you for the question.
Sorry, as we know, like most of artists, they require like a fee will you charge someone if it comes to do a collaboration with you? Let's say is not known on behalf of some other artists that want to collaborate with you?
I have not done that before. Like I said, if the collab is beneficial to both parties, then it's fine. Then I'm going to usually with the but you want to marry, but hey.
Right, right next to my brother, right there behind. Right there, yes, the black hat. Thanks.
Thanks. Enzo, first question, who owns the catalog of your Chillspot? Some of the videos are still on the Chillspot YouTube channel. The question is, do you own the music? Secondly, you've got a 3-year contract that you just signed with TeeMark Promotions, right? Is there an option for you to buy the catalog? Do you own the catalog? Do you own the part of it? What's the deal?
I own part of it. The other part, I think we're going to buy. We are going to buy, actually. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. Blessing?
Yes.
Hold on for the microphone. Thank you, my darling.
My question is, Enzo Ishall. Java claims that you approached him with your idea of wanting to go international, and you did the video Highest Score. So, like, what went wrong with that? And do you think TeeMark has that capacity of taking you international? Like, Java also claims to be a millionaire. He has the financial capacity, like what TeeMark says, the financial capacity. So, do you think, well, in fact, first, what happened between you and Java? And second, like, where do you think TeeMark has that potential, has that capacity to take you in that way?
Thank you. What happened between me and Java? Nothing happened between me and Java. Nothing. But I want to thank him though, because he really helped me, just like the way that he helps Uncle Epachan, Soldier Love, Bazooka, many artists. Nothing happened. Munagawa Bankubatsirao, Janshamutara Namkumambali, Akabatsira pa highest score, yes, and idea kwenda international yange karairi bochi kwesitani mundu milioni so andidi kuti nditi munhu akatadza nekuti pamwe pacho it was not his mandate. Munhu akwanisa kubatsira kusvika paanogona, but now this is different. Me and TeeMark, this is different. This is official. That's why everyone is here, and for the first time, we sign up. All the journalists are here. Mimi kutoziva kuti muda muchada kuona kuti chii chichaitwa kumberi, handiti chichaitwa kumberi ramai makatarisa izvezvi mune right yekuti mudasi mutarisire. Thank you so much.
Right, as we wrap it up, last maybe 2-3 questions. Right, Nigel, right at the back. Nigel Funde, any other questions before Nigel? Right, then after Nigel, we've got Anisu right here from ZFM, from AB Communications. Anyone else before I wrap it up and close it? All right, Zimba's mic also, then we'll wrap it up. Thank you.
Okay, my question is simple. Now that you're big, do you still have access to you, like getting comments directly from you, or don't have a spokesperson?
I don't get you. What do you mean?
My question is, let's say I'm writing a story about Enzo Ishall.
Yes.
Do I get a comment directly from you, or you refer me to talk to my manager?
To be frank, there is someone for that. Yeah, there will be someone in the contract. The contract states that there's gonna be someone who's gonna be responsible for saying stuff that I don't have to say. Because if I say, people will take it the wrong way, maybe. So there's gonna be someone who's gonna be doing that for me. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right. Anisu right here at the front, from AB Communications. Right at the front here.
Enzo, congratulations. What lessons do you draw from from your time with Chillspot Records. Positives, obviously. And the other thing is there's talk that there's a collaboration with Diamond Platinums. Maybe you could clarify and when it's coming out.
Okay. Chillspot Records is my home. That's where I found the limelight. There at Chillspot, we were taught things like loyalty, respect. We were taught to work hard and always have faith, believe in yourself. So wherever I go, I'm gonna carry that with me. And I'm grateful for the time that I shared with my brothers. To me, they are more like my brothers, not workmates. The second question is on Diamond Platinum.
Yeah, I understand that this is one of the things that drew you to this contract.
Okay, it's not what drew me to this contract. No. There are many things that drew me to this contract, but like what TeeMark has said, there are going to be collaborations in the future that are going to be very, very beneficial, not only for me, but for Zimbabwe as a whole. Yes, Diamond Platinum is on the list. I would really, really love to work with that great artist one day, and he is on that list. Thank you so much, Anis.
Right, Mike Zimbas.
Okay, congratulations, Enzo, on doing this officially, which is the right way. My question is to you, TeeMark. You say you want to take Enzo to a global stage. Can you please quantify what you mean by global and international?
Very simple. One, it's in relation to the previous question he was answering. I think there are multiple levels we can do it. One is him touring the world. We have an Asia tour lined up for March, so that's in China. He will go to 2 cities in China. Then we have Malaysia. Then we're potentially getting India on the line. It's an Asian tour, so we're trying to get as many Asian countries as possible. We already have 2 confirmed, which is China with 2 cities, plus Malaysia with 1 city. That's on the touring side. Then we also have future plans for a European tour and ultimately an American tour. And on these tours, we'll obviously be collaborating with other artists, because previously what we were doing, or what I was doing, is basically just promoting these events. For example, getting Techno to go to perform in Cyprus, or getting this artist to go to perform there. So on that same platform, when we have a show, for example, with Techno, to go to a specific country, best believe he will be there on the headline as well, because this is what we have been doing already for years. So the only difference now is he will be there, and that will help his brand to grow. On the other side is on the musical side. On the musical side, it's very simple. It's as easy as getting ABC artists to collaborate with him, whether the collaboration is based on the musical affiliation or the financial capacity we have. Whatever happens is the collaboration is to happen, and we will have those, and we already have a few lined up as we speak right now. And then the final stage would be the international endorsements, which we will need more time to build his brand before he can appeal to other international brands. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I don't know, is there the final burning question before I wrap it up? Okay. All right, I see I've got 3 questions. All right, these are the 3 final, then we get into the next stage of our presentation. All right, so we'll start with Boss Taffy, the boss himself right at the back from the Herald. There's a gentleman who is that young man? There we go, all right, there we go in the center. And there's the gentleman in the red t-shirt. Was the hand? Yeah. Okay, you're the last one. Fantastic. All right, there we go. Thank you.
Okay, Enzo, I'd like to say congratulations for being now TeeMark. TeeMark, I think it's a fresh move. So not many people know that you, TeeMark, you're also a musician. So are you going to do a collab together with Enzo?
Not as now, not as for now. In the future, potentially, we will, but that would be conflict of interest too soon. So with time, when the time is right, we will connect musically. Right now, we're connecting on a business level and on a musical level in a different direction. But with time, it'll be done.
Okay.
Sorry, name. Sorry, I forgot to ask.
Lemo Chicken to
Oh, hi, Lemo.
All right. So, TeeMark, we'll only be working with Enzo Ishall. I know my artists are lined up maybe to sign under you as well.
Well, right now, Enzo and I, what you're seeing now actually is the result of what we planned since a year ago. And since a year ago, I did not plan this with anybody else except for him. That's why this is happening. So if we do see interest, we will work with other artists. As I said in the beginning, this is about empowering raw talent. But again, I'm investing a lot of money, and it should be directed it should be channeled in the right way. And as of now, my main interest is in demonstrating the vision we have with results on Enzo Ishall. And then after that, we can look to collaborate with any other raw talent that deserves a chance to be on the world stage. Thank you.
All right, Munashe. Oh, sorry, Munashe is behind you. Because we just wanted to come this way because of
This time let's go to Enzo. But the first time you are sending a passion. I believe some of your track is did you manage to achieve those things? Are you able? Is there any green light to you? I know him for
now. Firstly, I'm now signing a Prophet Passion. And now signing a Prophet Passion. But kubatsira and Rambi and Masokaturira the Royaka player, kubatsira akakubatsira. Passion anga asina zvinhu akakatarisirwa kunzi izvi achaita, aibatsira nemoyo paari kuda kuti aiwa abareka ndita sei ndibatsire ndisimudzi. Zvaanongoita Munashe zvaunongoziva zvaanongoti akuna mufana ndunge ndanzwa kuti ndunge adai ndunge ngaasimuke. And us, especially dancehall artists as a whole, we really appreciate Royano player, Prophet Passion Java. Yeah, nyambo wakaona neimwe nzira, but us in dancehall as a whole, we thank you. TeeMark, vakawanda ndikuzviziva, ndaona messages vamwe vachisenda ndiri munhu anotaura chokwadi vachiti zvichaenda nekupi zvichaita sei. But guys, this is a contract rinostate kuti tichadai panguva dzakadai. Inini ndine zvandotarisirwa kunge ndichiita mucontract. Iye ane zvaanenge achitarisirwa kuti aita sei aite. Contract isati arisaina ndakaunzawo matems angu kuti ini ndoda zvinhu zvakadai. Iye akaunzawo zvake ndoda zvakadai. Takazvisanganisa zvakauya mbepo. Saka tine contract, tine agreement iri kutibinda. Ndakatadza contract inombudza kuti apa watadza. Kana pane mutongo izvozvo bepa rinenge richinditonga. Handibvumidzi kubreacha contract. Haabvumidzi kubreacha contract. So guys, I do have faith in this, and ndonamata kuna Mwari kuti ndichatungamirira. Thank you so much.
Last two questions is that gentleman on the radio.
And as what as what he profit on a sign. So property or 2 million something, 200 something. When you still think about Chillspot.
Makazonatadza pasocial media. After that, vachibvunzwa the question vandozviramba pasocial media. Right after that, nyaya yakabuda papepa vakanozviramba pasocial media. So answer yacho vakatoipa kudhara. And papepa pamba pasina kunzi vati zvakati. It was a speculation, it was just a rumor. Thank you.
Well done. Gentleman in the red, please state where you're from.
Keith, Ben.
Okay.
Wow, I wanted to know, before you guys go international, you have to appeal to the local market. Yes, you can have all the money, you can have all the collaborations, but with the Enzo PC, anofana kutanga appeal to the local community. You need to appeal to your market. So how is this management going to work? Because I understand you're from Malaysia, so Diana Charonga show Enzo Chinoi.
Sorry, were you here when we started this?
No, I wasn't here.
Okay, that explains why you're asking that. I already answered that. And my answer was simple. TeeMark Promotions is engaging the necessary people that will handle each department in relation to Enzo Ishall's brand. What that means is there's a person for local shows, there's a person for international shows, there's a person for his social media, he has a publicist, he has a team of people, close to 10 people, and it can be increased if it's necessary, that will help him to be the artist he deserves to be. And yes, in terms of the local appeal, our current focus right now is to rebuild him. And he has some very interesting songs. He himself has told me, and I've actually heard some of them, that this is music he has never done before. So you will hear the music, and the local people will be pleased. The original Enzo Ishall is back, and the reason why we fell in love with him will be demonstrated again. Then, after that, we will move on to the international stage. I hope that answers your question.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for all your questions and for your time, for coming out this morning. To give me this. Oh, you want one more? Okay, answer one more question. This is from Anisun, right?
Enzo, my question is, do you believe you're someone who succumbs to pressure when things were supposed to go right, then they go left? Or obviously looking at what happened to high school, was it the parting point with Java?
No. I am someone who is good at taking risks, and when I don't get disappointed if I fail. I take it as a lesson, and that was not the parting point with Java. I have not parted with Java. He is still a friend to me. Good guy, the good guy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We've come to the end of our question and answer segment. Once again, please let's give yourselves a round of applause and forward to seeing and reading some of your lovely articles in your various media outlets, as well as on the television as well. All right, at this juncture, I'm just going to do a little quick celebration because it's a big thing. I'm going to ask TeeMark, which one would you like? The one or not the genre? Okay. There we go. All right. So we're going to do a little mini ceremony here, just to say, you know, in our African culture, it's considered a popping of alcohol, of course, there's champagne. So we're going to do that right now and just celebrate. After that, we're going to have some snacks for you guys. But before we do that, we're also going to have a photo ops on the backdrop. So we'll move this table soon after we've done the popping of the champagne, is it? All right. My DJ, if I may ask for some music as we are getting ready to pop champagne. Alright, there we go. Congratulations at this juncture. What we're going to do, we're just going to move this table and then just give an opportunity to our various media houses to have their photo ops for their various publications. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, we have some snacks for you ready. And what we will do is we'll try and do this in a very orderly fashion. We have tickets for you. One of my guys will be at the main door. So as you're coming out, you see there's a door that's open going to the restaurant side of the Bagatelle. Okay. Sort of there. So One of our guys will be just standing there and we'll be handing out your tickets for your drinks for you, and then there'll be snacks in that particular restaurant for you. Thank you so much. I'm just going to ask our team just to help us move this table, and then we can take pictures.
Ana stimu jani na kundai.
That not David Ryan, that now entertaining. Showbiz. That is a boy.
Ayo, mimi tingo pizza. Osuro pizza na Enzo.
Soda. Bukan cowok ni kau kau no kita kelas.